Let's get start with a demo of file upload in .NET Blazor hybrid app using Firebase Storage. So here my application running, and this is web applications, this is my window applications, and this is our mobile applications, Android applications. So let's start how we can actually store the image or just file and retrieve that over here. So first I will start in our web application. So what I will do, so see, here's my hotel list, and once I click that add hotel, so here just ask me that hotel name. So what would be the hotel name? Suppose for example this is my hotel name, and description would be this, and here I can upload my image. So what image I will upload? I will upload image from this guy, right? And once I create it, so now this will be upload, this will be store, this image will be stored in our Firebase storage, and then also retrieving data from that Firebase storage, right? So that I will show you, but yeah, let's see first in a application level. So here it will upload over here and get it over here. Same things we can check it over here. So what I will do, just simply refresh. So once I refresh the window applications, so I am able to see that data, but also I will update, I will just create another one from here, or we can do one thing, we can just update. Let me zoom in, let me update this image to another image. For example, once I click that edit, so now see, once you click the edit, you will get the data, whatever data I have up storage, and along with that image. So this is that image I have just uploaded in our web application, but what I will do, I have to just change this image, right? So what I need to do, simply again just choose another image. For example, what image I just, yeah, so this image is over there. So what I will do, I will change this image. So change it and just upload it. So once I upload, it should be change that image also over here. Now see, that image got changes because that new image I uploaded in our Firebase storage, and that retrieving from here. Same things we have to check in our mobile application. So what we will do, simply just go to that home and just refresh. So once I refresh, whatever that latest data, I will get it over here, and let me add a new data over here. For example, add new hotels, and this is my new hotels, for example this, and then let me put some rating over here, like for example 1 2 3 4 and 5 out 5, and choose that image. So let me choose that image from mobile itself, and here the many images over here. So what I will do, I will change this image, means I will choose this image and create. So once I create it, so that again from mobile also I will upload that image from that Firebase storage, and then also get it from that Firebase storage. Now see, this data getting from here as well. So now let me refresh from here in our web applications, so that new data also will retrieve from here, and same things we can retrieve from in our desktop applications. Now see, so that all things we will implement here, how we can upload that image in our Firebase storage, and how we can retrieve and how we can display in our Blazor .NET hybrid app, like for all that close platform. So let's get start implementation. So before implementation, I am especially recommend, if you first time visit my channel, so go to my channel, which is .NET Real World Example, and yeah, for this session. So this session actually I'm especially recommend because I will continue this session, which is we are trying to do. We covered like Blazor hybrid app using with the user management system, complete user management system. Also we have cover that authentication and authentication part. So that I will continue, and later on we will do more and more for this session as well. So where you will get my repository, which is a GitHub link which is available. So this is that last session we have covered. So this is that repository. So I already actually downloaded over here, and I will open it over here. So let me open this. So this is my application got open in our Visual Studio. This is simple, which is just 3 application with 3 project over here. This is a shared project, and 2 is an web application, and 1 is that your MAUI app, right, which is actually support that mobile and iOS and Mac and Windows. So before it starts, let me check what we have as of now, right? Let's run first actually window machines. So let me run. Now my application got running, and if you go to that hotel list, you will see that hotel list is over here, which is coming from real-time database. Okay, now see the hotel list is over here, but whatever data is over there, that is getting from here. But once you click that add hotel, now see this, in this current implementation we can specify that URL, and whatever URL we have specified, that we have to show, means it should be, actually we have to add that complete URL over here. So that is wrong, right? So that we have to implement, that we have to change it over here, like we have to upload, user can able to upload, and once you upload, so that upload image should be retrieved from in this hotel list, right? So that we have to change it over here. So let me start to implementation. So first what I need to do, for that we have to actually import one package. So what is that package? So right click in this shared folder, because I will implement over here. So go to that manage NuGet package, and in this manage NuGet package, what I have to store, we have to record Firebase Storage.net as a package, because see this is that package name. So that package we have to record first to install. So go to that browse section and choose this one. Previously we have to use that Firebase database.net, so this time we have to use that storage, so we have to use that Firebase storage.net. so let me install that. So once you install, then we are good to go to use that client. Okay, so what I need to do, I have to just create another service, so that this service can do that upload things, right? So right click on that, create a new interface. And what would be that interface over here? My interface would be iFile storage, something like that, and whatever name, up to you, you can choose it. But yeah, I will use this iFirebase store service, and just over here, yeah, by mistakenly I create a class, but yeah, it should be public, and then interface, and just remove this class, because I have to create an interface and then we have to use it. Okay, so what would be that method over here, which will be accept that parameter, right? So I will just create a one method, which is an upload file, and which will require that as a stream, file stream, and that file name. Based on this, we have to store in our Firebase storage, right? So let me implement first. So now go to that create a concrete class over here. So what will be what is my next step? So right click on there, create a new class, and here I have to just create that file name, that would be Firebase storage service, right? So this is the implementation class, so let me make it to public, right? And here what I can do, whatever that created the interface, I just inherit from here and just start to implementation their method, right? So now in here, first what I can do, I have to just simply just token, right? So whatever token, I just created as a cancellation token over here, and after that we have to record one client. So where is my client? So let me use as a task, and thus new, and just use a Firebase storage, right? So this is that client, actually we have to use it, which will helps to us to store that file in our Firebase storage. Okay, so what other parameter we are required over here? Now see, they asking to storage bucket, right? So first input parameter required over here is a storage bucket, and there is an optional storage option over there, right? So that we have to not use as of now, but yeah, later we will use, because that Firebase storage option be required once we have to authenticate that that client or that user. So that time we have to use that. But yeah, as of now, what I need to do, I have to record that storage bucket. So where I can get that storage bucket? So here you have to go to your Firebase console over here, right? See, this is that Firebase console over here, and if you already has a project, so that is fine. If it not, so you can just create a simply new project. And once you create a new project, if you go to any of the one, like for example, like see this one, so open that project. Once you open your project, go to that build section. in this build section you will see this is storage section. So let me open that storage section, and inside this storage section, if you first time, so definitely it will ask, okay, get started. If it is not, so it will show that storage location. So if you first time, so click on that guest storage, and here they will ask two mode, right? One is production mode, one is the test mode, right? So I will use that production mode, right? So let me start. But yeah, you can use also the test mode, but test mode only just difference, test mode just given us the time, okay, in this time frame only you can use it, but yeah, after that you won't use that one, right? So that's why I will use that production mode, and click next and done. So once it's completed, so it will redirect to over here, this file section, right? And in this file section, now see there's a no files and all, and this is that actually bucket name. So this is a default bucket name which will that provide you. And as of now, see there's an important part over here. So if you go to that rule section, so in this rule section you have to set, okay, whatever rules you want. Like if you want to authentication mechanism, so definitely you have to do something like that, right? So request authentication ID should be matched, then you are able to see this this file storage actually you can read and write. But as of now I will use as a true, because this is just for that, first session where I will show you how we can upload it. But yeah, in next session we will set some rules so that only authentication user can read and update, means read and write options, right? So what I will do, simply just upload it, publish it, so that whatever changes, so as of now see everybody can read and write. So that's why it's giving that warning, right? Everybody can use data and easily can read. But don't worry, in next session we will cover that rules, how we can restrict that anonymous user not able to do that any operations for this storage, right? That we will do in our next session. Okay, so once it's completed, then we have to good to go, and you have to simply just copy this one. So let me copy this guy and go back to our applications, and here I have to simply pass it over here. But yeah, remember that you have to use only this is your bucket name, before that backslash and colon. So you have to just remove this guy, right? So you have to record only this section. So this is your bucket name. So once you bucket done, so let me bring back, and after that you have to use that dot, and you have to use that child, right? So you can use it as a child, that is fine. If you don't want, so that is also fine. But what I have to show you why we have to use the child means whatever the folder you want. Now see, as of now this bucket does not have any folder, right? So if you want to create any folder, a specific folder, and inside that folder you want to upload some file and images, so that's why we have to use the child. And here I will use as a uploads, right? Let me create an uploads over here, and after that there's another section I will use as a child name. Means in this another child we have to specify whatever that file name, right? So this is, I just mentioned over here, like this is that folder, and in this folder this is that file name, right? So then once it's done, and let me bring back so that you can easily see it over here. Okay, so now once it's done, now let me check the final options, which is we have a put async. So this put async accepting your file stream, right? And also that cancellation token. So let me use that cancellation token over here like this. So this guy dot token, these two things you have to pass it, and then you close it. Now this file storage client, they have to store your file in our this bucket using this folder, right? And once it's done, now what I need to do, I have to just simply try using the try catch block, so that while do anything, so if any exception and all, we can handle over here. So now we have to just getting over here, like see, I have to just using a string, because I want to return a whatever after uploading whatever that generated file locations, right? Complete file URL, so that I have to get it from here. So that's why I just storing as a string. And let me create an async method over here, async, because I will using await, so I will use the async. So I just create a task and I just call it over here, and once you complete it, so I will get that this URL, right? And once you get that URL, I just simply return it over here, right? So once you return, and here also we can just we can store whatever handle like the exception over here, so that we can handle over here. So as of now, just simply I just handling over here that guy, and simply I can just this guy, and finally I can return over here as a empty string, right? So that if it is failed, so something we will get as an empty string, right? Or we can send it null as well, so up to you, but yeah, that is fine. So now our upload file method got created. Now we are good to go to use this service, and we can use it this method, right? So go to the implementation. So now our service got created. Now go to my page, where is my component. So go to that page section, go to that hotel section, and here is that add and update, right? So because we have to use while that add, we have to import a file, and once I import a file, we have to once create a submit button. So in this submit button, we have to handle over here. Before submit it, we have to get that URL and pass it to that particular object, so that whatever newly image URL we are getting, we can update in our data. So here what I will do, simply in previously see, we just simply as a binding, but instead of binding, I have to just create a input field over here. So let me just create it as an input field over here first. So this is that input file change, and create a function. So let me just quickly create that function over here, and this function, nothing we have to do. After on change, we have to just get it storing a data, means whatever file data we have to store in this selected file. So this is that on file selected, which is input parameter, right? Whatever just input parameter we are getting, and we have to get it the file, and we have to store it over here. And the storage file variable would be, we have to just create it over here. So go to up, and just simply just create a iBrowser file, and just use that selected files, right? And once you're done, now we are good to go, right? So now user easily can just store that choose that file and store the file. And once it's done, now we have to do one more things over here for that display. Now see, previously we have to display over here as that file, right? So that display section, what I need to do over here in a edit mode, actually, see, this is that add mode. So add mode only user can upload it, right? But in edit mode, user should be able to see that whatever that uploaded file, that also should be a display, right? So that's why what I can do, simply I have to do one more check over here. So let me add one more check, like if it is a edit mode. So this is my edit mode, right? In this edit mode, how we can check it? Simply hotel image URL, if it is null, if it is not null, so that means it is a edit mode, right? And then here what I can do, I have to just bind that hotel image to URL. That is completely fine. Yeah, apart from this, I think we are good to go. And one thing I have to do over here, the size, because the size can be differ, because it would be a big size. So whatever size is should be displayed is just 300 pixel, right? So that is done. Now the last section we have to do on submit button. So where is my submit button? Here, add update hotel. So where is my add update hotel? So here in this add update hotel, so before add update, so see, this is that put, right? So that means it is a update one. So in this update one, what I will do, I have to just call that method, right? And I have to, before that call that method, what I can do, I have to just create another method, this upload method over here, so that I can call that method and I can get that URL, right? So let me call that method. So let me just call it a method, or just create a one method over here, and that guy. Okay, so see, this is upload file method which will accept it that ifile browser, right? And in this ifile browser it will returning as a that whatever that image URL, right? So what I can do, I have to just set as a null value over here upload image, and in this upload image what I have to check it, I have to check its file, whatever this file, right? So it should not be a null, right? And after this null, if it is, make sure it is not null, then inside that what I can do, I have to just set it as a try catch block, and in this try catch block I have to call that that upload method, means that service, whatever service I just created, right? So this service I have to just create it. So this service, what I have to do, I have to inject in this component so that I can use it. So let me inject it over here as like we have done. So inject and service, and we have to call it to file storage as a file fs, right? Once it's done, now go back to your implementation method. Here I have to just call that that method, right? So what is my method? Await and fs dot upload file, right? And in this upload file, see, these two things we require, like file stream. So how we can get that file stream? We can get file stream from this file, right? So how we can do that? It's very simple. Let me create a stream variable, and in here let me use that file dot open as a read stream, and in this read stream we can get that file stream, right? So this read stream, see, whatever that file as a read stream, so I can get that file stream and we can pass it over here. And the second things, we can pass that file name. So file name also we can get it from here. So let me use the file name, and this file name we can get it from that file dot name, right? So like this way we can get it, and we can simply pass it to over here, and that's it. And one more issue actually, see, that I can show you in a real time example, because if you just simply return, so definitely you can't use that in a big file. So that actually we have to configure. Okay, let leave it as of now, but yeah, I'll show you what the problem actually in this method. So that also we will fix it. I'll show you, but first I want to show you that what would be that issue in this method. Okay, so that is fine. So once done, let me remove this guy, and finally we have to return this guy. So let me remove this and return back to URL, and also we have to set this URL to our in this output. Okay, so yeah, see, whatever file output, it is returning a string, so that we have to store it over here and we can returning to back, right? And it still is a issue. So what is that issue? Yeah, we have to return outside this if condition, not inside that if condition. Okay, so now we are good to go. And yeah, this is my complete method, so which we are returning the data once it upload in our Firebase. Once it's done, now this method I can call it to here to get the data, and simply I can pass it to that selected file, right? So where is my selected file? So here is my selected file. After on change, I can get that value, and I can simply pass it to that selected file over here like this, and we can modify our that property, right? So where is my property? Hotel dot image URI. So this is my property which will accept that image URL. So now see, this is that mechanism actually. So before actually submitting call in our real-time database, so first I will just upload it and get that URL, and that URL we have to update in our model, and I have to pass it to our Firebase real-time database, right? So not Firebase real-time database, so that approach you can use in our normal entity framework, normal SQL server, or MS SQL, any database you can just use this approach. So but yeah, main idea is how we can upload our file and how we can use it. So this is that way actually. So same way I have to call for that update one also. I created one also. Now see, if you create new one also, so also you will get that file information, and you can get that URL and update, and just update or created new data. So both you have to do that. So now see, this is complete, right? And once it's done, so now we are good to go to see in our real-time actions. So let me run. First let me run in our web applications. And so first time you log in, so it asking to log in, because only hotel management able to logged in user. So I will logged in at the rate kkp@gmail.com, and just my logged in user. So let me try to log in. Now see, once I logged in, I am able to see this option. So go to these options, and here now I am able to see this is the data, that is fine. But once I create a add new hotel, so I'm getting some error. So what is that error? Let me fix it. So might be something we are missing. Okay, yeah, one thing actually I'm missing. So that is also, it is not showing that properly over here, but I got the idea what is that issue. So issue is, see, I just implement everything in our shared library, right? So for example, I just create a new service over here, but once I using in our web application project, I have to register this service as like we have done before, right? So go to that program.cs file, and if you see whatever service we have to previously use, like Firebase Auth client, so we have to register that particular project. Like if you want to use in a web application, so you have to just register over here. You have to use in our mobile application or that .NET MAUI project, so you have to register over here. So that we have to register over here. So how we can register? So it's simple. Before that, here I have to just configured over here, or just registered over here, like simply builder dot services dot add scope, or yeah, add scope. And in here what I can do, I just simply call it our service name. So what is my service name? This is my service name, and my implementation class also would be this guy. And once it's done, simply you can just terminate. That's it. Now this is actually dependencies, right? So because this is a dependency of that service on this component, so that we have to resolve it. So that's it. It's simple. Resolve the dependency, close that, and run it again. Now it is running. So now this is already logged in, so that's why it's logged in. So go to that hotel list, and you're getting the data. That is perfectly fine. So once I click add, now see, this time is perfectly load, but in previously we have to add that first URL, but this time user can able to upload that file, and once you upload that file, that user can see that image, right? So what I will do, simply choose that file, and let me upload this file, and just make it that create a new hotel. For example, the Hyatt hotel, and just rating 2 is, you know, is 4, and then give it to the 4 up to 5. Okay, and once I create, this Hyatt hotel can be created over here, and this whatever, see, this hotel image also getting properly, we are getting properly over there, right? So that means it is properly saved and getting that image, and upload this over here. And also I'll show you that image in our over there. So how we can just check it, that image? So go to that our project. So where is my project? So this project actually I'm trying to use over here. And if you go to that inside this project, go to that storage section, and go to that upload section, and in this upload section you will see that what is that name actually, that hotel, that image. So let me check. This is a hotel 3, right? So look for that hotel 3. Where is the hotel 3? Okay, so see, the hotel 3 is not over here. Why? The reason is over here. See, what is the bucket name I am using? So if you see over here, go back to our implementation and go to our add update component, not add one, our services. So where is my services? Here. So I am using this bucket, right? So this is the different bucket, not this bucket, right? So this bucket name is C firdb with secure app sport.com, right? But it is a Blazor app data sport, right? So ideally I have to use this guy, but yeah, I can show you where is that guy. So I have to use, okay, see this one I just created and I can use it, right? So go to that Blazor app database. Yeah, so this is one. So go to that storage, and if you go to that storage, see upload section, and in this upload section you are able to see this is that image, right? This is that image, and this is that complete informations, and this is that URL as well. So you can get that URL as well. So let me right click on that and copy link address, and if you just paste it over here and just hit enter, so you will see directly you are able to see that image as well, right? So like this is that way actually you can just, but yeah, I, as a demonstration project, I show that different project, but yeah, it is good to go. Like you can use that same project whatever actually you are using. Like I am using a different project, like for example let me show you one thing. Okay, so I am using the Firebase DB with secure project, means this is a different project, but yeah, that's fine. Means idea is like this way you can use it. It is not matter like actually which project you are trying to use. So any of that project in our Firebase, that is completely fine. They can get retrieve the data over here easily, right? So that is done, and that should work for all over the place. And also let me see in the edit also is working or not. So let me create that edit one, and in this edit, okay, so this time, okay, so yeah, by mistakenly I did little wrong, so let me just fix it. Okay, see, I want to show that image view, right, not that image URL. So that we have to just modify. So go back to over here and go to that add one, and this add one, go to that section here. So yeah, see, this is that not right way actually. See, input text box, I am using that input text box, right? So it should not be as a input text box, it should be as a image. So that should be as a image src. Let me use as a, instead of this, the image src. So this is that guy. Okay, so this is a image src, and this is image src. I can display my images. So let me save it and go back to over here. Now see, once I change, automatically got reflected over here. So whatever image you have, so it will visible over here, and if you want to change, so you can just change it. And one more issue over here. Now see, it is very small image, but if you use a big image, so that time you will get that error. So that's why actually I have not fixed. I want to show you what was the issue. Yeah, it is very small image. So what I will do, I'll show you that take at a big image. So where I can see that big image. Okay, so these are kind of big image, I guess. Not this guy. I have to record, you know, more than 1 MB file. So where is my 1 MB file? Or 664, right? So let me try this one. I think this is also fine, I guess. Update. Now see, image not got uploaded, right? It is not display. Why? Because that is fail. What is the reason? Okay, let me show you one more time. Let me debug so that you can understand what I mean. So if you go to our upload section over here, now see, let me put the debugger point over here, also put the debugger point over here, right? And go back, let me edit and choose this guy and choose this image and just update. And once you update, now see, call it over here and go to here and call it over here. Now see, once you call it over here, now see, I'm getting that exception. And what is the exception? It is saying supplied file size should be this now this size, it is exceed image maximum should be use this guy, right? So whatever our current size, this guy, but actually accepting the default one is 51200. That means it is greater than of this size, right? So for this, what is the solution over here? Actually this I am facing, so that's why I just little R&D, and then you have to fix it. Okay, so there this open stream has a some overload method, like max allow size, actually how much size you want to read the data, so that you have to specify as well. So that I can just specify like till 10 MB. If I want to only just allow the 10 MB, so I can use like this way. So if you specify okay 10 MB, so that means till 10 MB there is a no exception, but yeah, after 10 MB again it will got exception, like okay it is exceed the limit, right? So that's why actually I have not completed. Yeah, now it's good. Now let me run this application one more time and see. This time it should not be any issue. Okay, go to this section, and this time again edit and choose this. Now see, in this edit there is a no file because the file is not uploaded, right? So that's why it's not there. And choose this file and update it, and go to that section and just check in a debug mode as well. So this time just, yeah, so see, once I continue, so this time not error. And also once I continue, now I get that image. Now see, I am complete URL I am getting from that particular Firebase storage, and it is returning back. Go back to over here, and once I list it over here, definitely I am able to see that image. Now see, the new image also got uploaded in the Firebase. So like this way we can easily upload it and we can use it over here in our application. Okay, so same things we have to done in our window app, and as well as in our what do you call in our mobile application, right? So what I need to do, simply whatever we have done for this web application, same things we have to first we have to register these things in our that project. So where is our project? So this is that MAUI project. So go to that project, go to that MAUI program, and before that here I can just registered, and once I registered I can run this application in window application. So let me run first our window application. Okay, my application got running, and choose that hotel list, and here I can see, okay, let me create another one, or let me just okay, let me create another one. So here whatever that name I have to prefer, it is Martin. Might be Martin is already available or not. Yeah, but yeah, it is a new, and the description would be something, for example 3 star 3 out of 5, and choose that file, and the file would be over here. Like for example I can take it this file and create it. So once I create it, it should be get it over here. Now see, this is new image with this file, and also if you to add it, I am able to see that image, right? So that is fine. Also let me just choose this guy and change it to something else, for example this guy, and update it. So once I update it, it should be update as well. Yeah, so this is that last one. So I just update it, so new file also got updated from here and over here, right? And same thing we have to check in our mobile application. So let me choose that mobile application and run it on mobile as well. Yeah, my application got running, and first I have to just logged in with the logged in user. So let me logged in with my user, and what is my password? So this is my password, and sign in. Yeah, I logged in, and go to that hotel list, and if you go to that hotel list, you are able to see whatever that current data over here, all data will be loaded over here. Okay, now it's loading, right? And now see on here also, if I want to add a new hotel, so let me create a new hotel, and let me put at the name. So what would be the name? For example new new hotel via mobile, and then description would be something whatever we have done, 3 out of 5, and just choose that image. So here I'll just choose that image, whatever the image we have. So I can choose it. For example, I can choose this guy, and once I choose this guy and created that, it should be created, uploaded that image and load that list. Now see, this new hotel got created over here, and if you want to update, so go to that update one, and now see that whatever that image we have to upload it from mobile, that is also over there. If I want to change, so let me change something for this guy, and once we update, it should be update as well. Now see, it's got updated with that new image. So that means it is working fine for that, window application, as well as your Android application, as well as your web applications. So that's all for this session. Have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share.